Welcome to your Hatha hormonal flow. So, today we're going to move through some poses that help support our hormones and balance with time. So, that means if you like this class, save it and practice it at least once a week, or even just incorporate some of these poses into your everyday practice. Because this is Hatha, we will be holding poses longer. So, if you do need some support, you can grab blocks, blankets, pillows, towels, straps, anything that you have on hand, even a tie, I was going to say a towel, if you like an additional stretch into your folds and whatnot. All right, we will begin in a seated position, closing down the eyes, relaxing the shoulders down the back. And just allowing your spine to stay straight, but letting go of any tension in and around the torso. Allow the body to become nice and heavy. Support it from the earth beneath. And just drawing your awareness from the room and from the space around you into the breath. Begin to notice how the breath is flowing as you inhale and exhale, the sensations, the depth. Without trying to change, just become aware. We'll start to take an inhale together through the nose. Start to fill the entire belly and torso. The rib cage expands as you inhale all the way to the top. Pause. And gently sigh, release out of the mouth. Gently flutter the eyes open, keeping your gaze down or soft. We'll start to draw ourselves to a tabletop position. So our fingers and hands are stacked under our shoulders, knees are under the hips, about hip width apart. Come first to a neutral spine, meaning belly is slightly tucked in, shoulders and hips are aligned. Gaze is down. Begin to inhale around the spine, gaze becomes between the legs. Press away from the earth. Exhale, round, drop the belly and rib cage down, lift the chest and heart forward, gaze comes up. Exhale, come back around. We're going to flow through this cat-cow sequence a few times, keeping it nice and gentle, steady, and controlled. Keeping that inhale nice and long as you come up. Finding that natural pause, and as you exhale, press away from the earth and round again. Take a couple more at your own pace, and again, find those little pauses in between. Finding this nice flow through the spine, the shoulders, opening up the low back and hips. And take your last round here. Elongate through the neck, through the crown and the tailbone. So energetically feeling that line of length through the entire body. And draw back to center. Find that neutral tabletop position. We're going to inhale the left arm up. Fingertips are nice and spread. Shoulders lift above the ears. Fingertips reach to the sky. Exhale, we're sweeping under, dropping the head down for a thread the needle moment. So our cheek comes down to the mat. The shoulder and arm are down on the mat. The left palm is facing up. Right is pressing into the mat. Gently look over your right shoulder. And stay tuned with that exhale and inhale rhythm, finding that natural pause, not rushing, keeping a nice flow. And gently exhale, come back to center. Walk the hands forward. Before we move to the other side, just have the hands to the top of the mat. Send the hips high and back. A gentle melting heart here, puppy pose. So opening up the shoulders and chest. Finding circulation here, great for our hormonal health. Exhale, come back, walk the hands to neutral, tabletop, and we'll begin flowing from the other side. So right arm reaches up, fingertips come above the ears, lengthen nice and long, and then exhale, sweep under, drop the cheek, drop the arm, palm is facing up. We're threading the needle here, finding a gentle flow with the breath. Gently look over your left shoulder to find a twist. And try not to hold that breath. Just continue to let it flow through, finding those pauses. Let all the air out. Draw all the air in. And your next exhale, you're coming back to center. This time, palms walk a little bit more forward, not as far as the top. Send the hips down. Bottom comes to the feet. Head comes to the mat, finding child's pose. Tuning in with that breath once again. Maybe energetically visualizing or just really tapping into the sensation of the breath moving through the back, through the chest. As the belly rises, the body slightly lifts. And taking one more lengthy, rich depth in breath. And gently exhale, start to lift the forehead, come back, roll to your tabletop. This time tuck the toes. Make sure those hands are nice and planted and grounded. Find a gentle bend in the elbows. Send the hips high for your first downward dog. We're taking 5 breaths here. So finding either a pedaling motion if needed. At first, maybe this is the first time we've used these calves today. And then when ready, finding stillness for at least a full round of breath. So pressing into the earth, allowing the weight to be distributed between all edges of the fingers, the hands, the feet. And slightly pushing those shoulder blades apart. We're going to exhale, look forward, round yourself to the top, finding a plank or modified plank, dropping down the knees slowly. Start to walk the hands a little bit more forward. Draw the belly and chest down. Elbows are tucked in. We're inhaling, press into the belly, lift the heart for a very gentle cobra. Exhale, tuck those feet, send the hips back to your downward dog. Taking one more breath here, we'll flow through that once more. Inhale deeply. Exhale, roll forward. Find that plank or modified. Lower all the way down. Press into the belly to inhale. Gently lift and hold. Shoulders are back. So don't overextend the back here. Just feel the heart opening. If you're crunching in the low back, lower down. And then exhale, tuck the toes. Find your way back to downward. We're not staying here as long. Press into your downward dog. Look forward. Walk to the top of the mat, finding a forward fold. Press the weight into all edges of the foot. Inhale halfway. Gaze stays down and drawn in. Exhale, fold forward. Press into all parts of the feet again. Roll to the top of the mat. Arms can sweep over the head gently and slowly, and then reach those fingertips back for a bit of a chest open back bend. Hands come to prayer. Just take a moment to breathe here. Reset the feet. Make sure they're about hip width apart. Ground yourself. Root down. Inhale, gently open the eyes, arms sweep over the head. Exhale, swan dive down and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders roll back, gaze is down. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank or modified plank. Gently lower all the way down. Inhale, press into the belly. Lift a bit higher this time if you can. Hold here. Exhale, send the hips back for a wide leg child's pose. So big toes come to touch, knees come as wide as the mat. Head draws down as you sit back onto your feet. Inhale, look up. Send the hips up for a downward dog. Take a breath here. Exhale, look forward, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold deeply. Press into the feet, rise all the way to the top. Arms sweep over the head, gentle back bend, reach back, hands to prayer. We're going to flow through once more, adding just some hip openers. Stay grounded with that breath. Inhale up, arms sweep up, swan dive down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank. Lower down all the way. This time, press up all the way. If you want to gently lift the thighs up for upward dog, feel free. Exhale, untuck the toes, send the hips back, find your way to downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. So really starting to get circulation, not only in the chest, but now into the hip, the torso. Exhale, look forward, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. This time, step the left foot back. Drop that left knee, find a low lunge. Walk that right foot a little bit further so you have about a 90, but this left hip flexor is starting to stretch out and deepen. Shoulders roll back. You can use blocks here or pillows or blankets if this is uncomfortable, but just deepen the breath for 3 rounds. Keep it nice and long. Gently on your next exhale, send the right hip back slightly so you can lift off. Fingertips come up, palms face one another, shoulders roll back so shoulder blades come together. Arms are reaching back for this gentle back bend. Breathe here. Exhale, left palm comes down, right stays up. Reach the right palm down towards the back, trying to reach for your left foot. Exhale, sweep it up. Reach back. Last time, sweep it up and then reach back. Staying here, or lift that left foot up and grab it for a gentle opener. Deeper opener. Exhale to release. Plant the hands, step the left foot forward in our forward fold. Take a full breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop that right knee. We're finding that low lunge on this side. Wiggle that left foot out if you need to, and then find that melt. So staying there, breathe deeply. I'm just checking the camera here. One more breath. And gently exhale, start to send that left hip back slightly so you can lift, reach the arms up. Fingertips are long, palms face one another. Deepen and then reach back so shoulder blades come together, chest is open. Breathing deep. Exhale, send the right palm down, left comes up over the ear, reaching for that twist. Exhale that left palm back. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale back. Last one, inhale. Exhale, reach back. Option to stay here or lift that back foot and grab it for a deep, deep opener in the front right quad. One more breath. Gently exhale to release. This time we're going to step that right foot again forward. Find that forward fold. Staying here for 3 breaths. Allow ragdoll action, so grab the outsides of your elbows and let the head be heavy. Feeling that release in the low back. And let go of any additional tension. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to come down to the mat again. So walk those feet slightly back and then lower all the way down. We're going to drop our knees down, but my toes are going to stay up here. So my feet are going to stay up. So my toes are going to be stretched out for a few breaths rather. And then we're sitting onto our heels. So again, not like this. We want the feet up. So tuck those toes and then find a gentle toe stretch here. Place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. Let's take a few deep 3-part breath. Start to inhale through the belly. Then draw that breath up into the rib cage, feeling the diaphragm expand. All the way up to the top of the chest, into the throat. And slowly release. Letting it go section by section all the way out. Let's try that again. Inhale deeply through the belly. Belly rise, then into the chest. Diaphragm expands. All the way to the top of the throat. Pause. And release. And last one, I'm guided a little less now. Inhale, belly. Diaphragm, chest. Throat. And slowly release. Gently exhale, walk the hands forward, open the eyes slightly or keeping them soft. Allow the feet to draw down, so untuck. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands behind our bottom. So our fingertips are going to reach, face our back. And we're placing it down. Make sure the hands are spread. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Just a modified camel here, holding for 3 breaths. You can always use blocks or a pillow or something to elevate if needed. And gently exhale, come back to center. Walk the hands forward slightly for a gentle forward up forearm, sort of child's pose. So we're staying elevated here, just releasing the low back. Gently drawing up again. We're going to come into full expression of a camel, of slow variation. So option 1, you come back into that variation. Option 2, we use blocks, or we can come off the fingertips and lift the hips this time. And breathing in, allow the head to drop. Exhale, draw down slowly. Keep the gaze inward or soft. Rocking, coming forward again to that forearm child's pose. Allow the head to melt. And taking one more time in full expression. If you want, you can take variation 1 or 2, or this time come off the knees. Maybe you start with just 1, so you reach your hand to your left hand to your left foot, right arm reaches up and over. Or full expression, right arm, right hand comes to right foot. Again, you can use blocks or pillows. You can do one arm variation if that feels good. Taking one more breath wherever you are. And gently exhaling to come out, rolling down. And this time finding full child's again. So maybe drawing the knees back so you have more space, coming all the way down to the mat. Allowing that low back to release. Taking 5 gentle inhales and exhales. You can visualize that energy moving. Or just pay attention to where in the body the breath ventures to. And taking one more breath here. Make it nice and controlled, nice and long, deep. And exhale it out. We're going to flip onto our backs now to end the practice. You have the option of using blocks or pillows again. So drawing yourself all the way down to the mat. Placing your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly, or just both hands on your belly or hip bone. But find a connection with your body to end the practice. Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to draw out to the sides of your mat. And just focus on breathing into wherever your hands are. Just continue to tune into your breath. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to your body, being here. The practice is going to end. You may stay in this position as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I will see you in the next class.